Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the Edgar-O world. Welcome back to my humble little place. So finally, the day that we all been waiting for, the day that we have all talked about has finally came. The Child's Play movie has officially been released and I want to talk about it. I want to give you guys my opinions, my thoughts, and this is going to be my Child's Play movie review. But before I begin with the video, I do want to give a special shout out to 5 of you because you did leave me your name in the community section. So I want to give a special shout out to 5 of you. Alright, so the first shout out that I want to give is to Julia Matonen, aka Lemon Shrimp. That sounds good right now. The second shout out is to Echo Eric. Third shout out is to Richard Flores. Fourth shout out is to Cash Pierce. And last but not least is to Alexia Odell. Thank you guys for leaving your names in the comments down below. I am going to be doing shout outs in every single one of my videos. So I like to pick 5 different names and I'm going to give you guys a shout out. So if you want a shout out, please leave me your name in the comments down below and we'll go from there. Let me just put it out there. Let me just put it out in the universe. Let me just put it out to you guys. Let me just get it out of the way. I freaking loved this movie. You guys already know if you've been following me since I've been doing Chucky videos, and it's been a pretty long time, but since I've been pretty much talking about this movie, you guys know that I have been praising this movie. I have been talking good about this movie and I just really had high hopes for this movie, and honestly it did not disappoint one bit. I will be rambling about the movie, so I am gonna be talking spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie and you want to go see it before I ruin anything for you, please, this is your chance to pause the video, go watch the movie, come back to this video so you can hear my thoughts. But yes, I'm gonna be talking spoilers. So again, I'm gonna be talking spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, then this is your time to X the video out, but come back. I really did like this movie. I really did think this movie was very enjoyable. So I want to talk about the things that I liked and some of the things that I didn't really like, which there really wasn't a lot of things that I didn't really like. I want to talk about the things that I really did like, and I like the way that the movie started off. I like the pace that the movie had going for itself. So the movie pretty much starts off with this guy creating, I guess they're in the factory creating these Buddi dolls, and his boss comes over. I guess he's daydreaming and he slaps him, tells him he needs to wake up, he needs to get out of his head because he's worthless. He's pretty much telling him how much of a piece of shit he really is. So the guy gets all in his feelings and he starts programming the Buddi doll to, I don't want to say to be a bad Buddi doll because he's really not a bad Buddi doll. He's not really possessed in the movie. He's just programmed to not be like how he's supposed to be. Then they take that same Buddi doll that he programmed and they put it in the good guy box or the Buddi box, and then they ship them out, and then the guy goes and commits suicide by jumping off of the rooftop of the factory and pretty much kills himself. So that pretty much explains and sets the movie in place for you to know and realize that's how we're gonna get the bad Buddi doll to be evil. Now in the original Child's Play, we know that this guy, Brett Dourif, who was into witchcraft and to all of that voodoo stuff, transferred his soul into the good guy doll, and that's how he became the evil Chucky that we know. But in this movie, it's nothing like that. It's a completely different story. There's no soul, there's no spirit, there's no witchcraft. It's just pretty much a toy that was programmed to do bad things. And I like that because it just makes sense. Now I remember a lot of people were trash talking this movie because they were saying that Andy looks way too old to be playing with dolls, especially a Buddi doll. But in this movie it explains why this grown kid has a Buddi doll. Even Andy in the movie says, "Mom, I'm too old to be playing with dolls." So Andy's mom, Karen, played by Audrey Plaza, which I think she did an amazing job playing the mother of Andy. She works at a toy store and this lady comes over and says, "I don't want this doll, I want to return it. It's glitchy, it doesn't work, its eyes go red, we don't like it. Take it, we don't want it." So then the mom takes the doll and says, "Can I have this? I'm gonna give it to my son. It's his birthday, please let me get him." And the manager says, "Fine."
Hey, I was just curious. My kid's birthday's coming up. Can I have this?
You've got a kid.
Yes, I've got a kid. I had a very productive sweet 16, okay?
Well, she pretty much blackmailed her boss to get her boss to give her the doll for free. And he does. So she takes the doll home to give it to Andy for his birthday, but she does it as a joke just to be funny because she knows that her son is old enough to play with this Chucky doll. And when Andy opens up the doll, he's like, Mom, you're funny. You know, I'm already old enough. I don't need to be playing with dolls like this one. And she's like, yeah, I know, it was funny, ha ha ha. So then that's how the whole thing pretty much came about. So Andy takes his phone, he starts to program it, he takes the app, and you could tell throughout the whole movie that there's something definitely wrong with this doll because it just glitches a lot. It's glitch after glitch after glitch after glitch. And at first when you start watching the movie, you're not sure if you're gonna like it or not because of the way that the Chucky looks, which by the way I will get to in a minute. But you start to kind of like the direction that the movie is going. Like, you start going along with the movie. So little by little, Andy does start to like this Buddi doll. He actually starts to enjoy its company because this Buddi doll is believable that he is your best friend, I guess. I thought the relationship between Chucky and Andy was the cutest relationship ever. I like how Chucky was defending him, how Chucky was trying to protect him, how Chucky was just trying to do everything for him. And no lie, I wish one of these dolls did that for me. There's a scene in the movie where the cat scratches Andy in the hand, and Andy was pretty much saying, I hate this stupid cat, I'm tired of this cat, and he's pretty much just hurt that the cat scratched him. So Andy goes to the bathroom to get a band-aid or whatever, and when Andy comes back to the room, you see Chucky strangling the cat with his eyes red, just looking all evil. I thought it was such a genius scene. It was one of my favorite scenes in the movie. So after watching stuff like that, you kind of get an idea of what this movie is trying to do. Chucky's not trying to go out and kill everyone and everything. He's just trying to protect the person that he's programmed to love, which is Andy, from anyone who's trying to harm Andy or trying to keep them apart. Another one of the scenes that I liked about this movie is when the kids are watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 and they're all laughing, having a good time, being weirdos. They're just having a good time and laughing at Leatherface cutting people up, taking off their skin, their face. So Chucky sees that this is making Andy happy. If this is the type of stuff that's making my best friend happy, then I want to do that stuff so he could be happy with me. By the way, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2 is one of my favorite movies. I really do like that movie. Of course, it doesn't compare to the original, but this is a good sequel, so I highly recommend you guys checking it out. I really did like this movie. I liked the feel of it. I liked the mood of it. I liked the atmosphere of the movie. I know a lot of people are probably going to be complaining about how Chucky looked, how he moved. He was too robotic, too glitchy, but it actually makes sense. He is a robot Chucky doll. He is a mechanical Chucky doll. He's not gonna move in a human form like in the original, because in the original it was actually a human turning human inside this plastic Chucky doll. As for this one, it is a robotic Chucky doll, so he is gonna be moving in a way that he's supposed to be moving because that's what he is. I don't know why, but for some reason this movie kind of reminded me, and this is gonna be weird, but it kind of reminded me of that movie. I think it's called Ex Machina. If you guys haven't seen that movie, check it out. It's a really good movie. It kind of reminded me of that movie where this guy is talking to this robot, and he's got to remember this is just a robot. This is not a human, but he starts to believe that he's actually maybe talking to a human, but that's impossible because this is a human. But I think in the movie she was programmed to do everything that a human does. I don't remember quite how the movie went, but for some reason that movie reminded me of the Chucky movie. Alright, so let me talk about the things that I didn't like about this movie, which is really not a lot of things. One of the things that I really didn't like at first was the way that Chucky looked. When the movie first started and you see the Chucky in action in the Caslon commercial, not gonna lie, that it looked funny. It's not that I didn't like how it looked, because obviously I seen it in the trailer, but it just the way that he was moving, the way that he was acting, like I said, I thought it was funny. I thought he looked funny. But throughout the entire movie, I got used to it because it just made sense. Again, it just made sense that of course this doll is gonna be acting like a robot because that's what he is, a robot. But honestly, as the movie progressed and as the movie went on, I actually got used to it and I actually didn't mind it at all. Another thing that I wasn't really a big fan of was the finger light up every single time he was doing something. I just thought that they didn't really have to show the light in his finger, because every time I saw the light in his finger, it just reminded me of the movie E.T. I mean, it's not really that bad. It's not like I freaking hate this movie because of the finger and the movements. No, it's just, I just thought that maybe they didn't have to light up the finger. Oh my god, you guys, I can go on and on and on about this movie. Everything that I liked, everything that I loved, everything that was just perfect with this movie. But it's just gonna be a really long video. I don't want this to be a super long video. I just really want to give you guys my thoughts and opinions, and those were pretty much it. I didn't really like how the movie ended because at the end of the movie they killed Chucky, which I have a feeling that wasn't the actual Chucky doll that was friends with Andy throughout the movie. I honestly think this was another Chucky doll that was maneuvered by the actual Buddy doll that Andy knew. I feel like if they do a part 2, they're probably gonna explain that. You see that little finger that Chucky be doing with the little light up thingy? I feel like the real Chucky doll, the real Buddy doll, was doing that to make Andy think that that was his Buddy doll all along, but it wasn't, because I don't think the Buddy doll was programmed to kill Andy. That Buddy doll was programmed to protect Andy. So at the end of the movie, when he was trying to kill his mom, he was trying to kill his mom because he felt like his mom was trying to keep them apart, but he was also trying to kill Andy, and the Buddy doll is not programmed to kill the person you are supposed to love and protect. So that's how I kind of feel like that wasn't the actual Buddy doll. Alright, so my final thoughts on this movie. I really like this movie. I think this movie was enjoyable. If you are a big fan of the original Child's Play and you have an open mind to seeing this movie, I personally think you are going to like it and have a good time with this movie. If you have been against this movie since the day they announced it, since the day they released the first picture, the first poster, and you still go see this movie, I personally think you might end up liking it. But then again, if it's just drilled in your mind that you just are not gonna support this movie, then just don't even go watch it, because you're gonna find something little to pick from just to hate on this movie. Is this movie better than the original? Of course not, but then again, this is two different completely movies. It almost seems like this is not a remake. It almost seems like this is its own standalone movie, which is pretty much what it is. Just look at it this way. It's kind of like a song, and they do a remix to that song. It's a really good song, but then they do a remix to that really good song. You're either gonna like it or you're gonna hate it. And I really did like this movie. I thought it had great kills, it had great characters, it had a good storyline. Mark Hamill did an incredible job doing the voice of Chucky. We all know that Brad Dourif is the king, the freaking king of the original voice of Chucky. We know that. That's untouchable, that's unreplaceable, that is something that no one's gonna be able to ever top. But for this movie, I think Mark did a phenomenal job with the voice of Chucky. It's okay to be a fan of the original, and it's okay to be a fan of the new one. And for me, I gotta say, I'm a big fan of both of them. So yes, I do recommend this movie. I do recommend you go watch it with an open mind, of course. It's not one of those movies where it was worth watching one time and I probably won't watch it again. No, it's one of those movies where it was good, it was enjoyable, and if you watch it again, you'll enjoy it just as much as you did the first time. So yes, I recommend this movie, and I also recommend you buying it on Blu-ray when it comes out, because I know that I am. So give this movie a chance, and I promise you, you will enjoy this movie if you have an open mind. If not, stay away from it. If you're against it still, stay away from it. I don't think I can convince you. I don't think anybody can convince you, but I think you should just give it a chance. I feel like there's more that I want to say. I feel like I want to talk more about this movie, but I just don't want this video to be long. So I might be going live to talk to you guys, and if not, then I'll probably do another video. And just let me know in the comments down below, is there something that you wanted me to talk about? Is there something you want to know my opinion on? Let me know in the comments down below so I can work on that, because I feel like even though the movie is already out, we can talk about it. Finally, I seen it. Do I think there's gonna be a part 2? I absolutely do think there's gonna be a part 2 if this movie makes money at the box office. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below, is there something that I missed? Is there something you want me to talk about? Is there any questions you have about this movie that I could probably help you out? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you want a shout out for my next video, please leave me your name in the comments down below. But alright guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. If you are new to my channel and this is your first time in my channel, welcome to the O family. My name is Edgar-O. Don't forget to click that subscriber button. Also, don't forget to click that bell button to get notified for every single time I upload, which is once a week. Also, don't forget to add me on Snapchat at itsedgaro and follow me on Instagram at THON_the House of Nightmares. Or you can add my personal Instagram, which is pretty much all about fashion and stuff like that, at I am Edgar-O. But alright guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. As always, thank you for watching and I will see you on my next video. Bye. Bell button to get notified for every single time of tongue twister. Okay.